Today, I'm gonna teach you how to hook a bowling ball. The coolest thing in the sport is being able to see your ball go coast to coast, come back, throw big strikes. Throwing that ball straight down the lane, kind of boring. It's all about curving the piss out of the ball. So here we have level 1, fairly popular methods. One's gonna be with the thumb in, one is gonna be with the thumb out. So the first one is one that I really don't recommend, but it is instant gratification, the handshake method, the suitcase. If you're just a casual bowler and you just want some hook, then this is great for you. But if you plan on taking your game to the next level, this may not be where you want to start. So this is for our casuals, the suitcase. Here we go. And we're gonna shake the hand. Did it strike? No. The whole point of this is you're gonna wanna put your fingers going on the side of the ball. You're gonna create what we call axis rotation. And the two main factors in hooking a bowling ball is ball speed and axis rotation. So if you can get the ball turning, we don't like to call it spin because that involves other things. I don't wanna make it complicated, but if you want it to hook, you gotta add axis rotation. Get your ball doing this as it's going down the lane. Typically, you got a lot of people just throwing it straight down the lane like this. Hands right on top of the ball, no rotation. Now we're adding rotation by getting our hand on the side. So now once we get to here, we're gonna get out of it like that. And we're gonna watch the ball curve. That is method number 1, the suitcase. So if you find that your ball's not really hooking a whole lot, even though you're giving it the suitcase method, adding some axis rotation, remember the second part of this, it's ball speed. You might be throwing it a little too hard. So if you wanna see your ball cover more boards, try throwing it a little slower. Now we have method number 2, fairly popular amongst mostly guys, but a lot of girls are starting to get into it. It's the 2-finger, no thumb. I like to call it the Doherty method. Those of you that don't know that, he's famous for shooting 100 on TV, but still a phenomenal bowler. So what you're gonna do is put 2 fingers in the ball, but no thumb. You're not gonna use your other hand either. Actually, some people start with their hand on the ball and then it comes off. Let's get your hand underneath the bowling ball. Helps you increase rev rate, so that really adds to the axis rotation and ball speed, creating hook. So we're gonna give it a try here with a house ball. I like to use a lighter one because I'm not very practiced with this, so it makes it a little more difficult for me. Here we go. And like I said, not very well practiced with that, but as you can see, plenty of board coverage. Creates a little more power than the suitcase method. Naturally, a lot of guys, you wanna go for a lot of power, wanna go for a lot of hook, much more hook than the suitcase method. So one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, is to make sure you keep your hand underneath the bowling ball. You don't have the support of anything else. There's no anchor, there's no thumb, there's no second hand. Cup and wheel, I like to call it. So that's just 2 methods so far on how to hook a bowling ball, but there's no way that we can cover everything about bowling in just one short video. And so we've launched the #1 online bowling masterclass, Bowl Like a Pro. In this course, there's over 40 videos teaching you everything that you need to know about bowling, covering anything from fundamentals to competition strategies and even tips from other pros. If you're watching this when this video goes live, the course is currently on pre-sale. But if you're watching it sometime in the future, the course is already live. So go to howtobowl.com to sign up for the course and take your game to the next level. Method number 3, two-handed. Widely popularized by Jason Belmonte, Oscar Palermo, you can call the OGs, kind of stepped onto the pro scene, made it really, really popular, had massive success, and now we've got the younger generation, even guys around my age, and even Walter Ray trying it out. So he shot 300 bowling two-handed, and he's an OG, you know? But anyways, the most popular style, I definitely recommend it if you're taking this game serious. It just takes a really big variable out of the game, which is the thumb. God, I wanted that to strike so bad. What you're gonna do, you're gonna use just 2 fingers, just like the 2-finger no thumb style, but you're adding the other hand of the ball. Now the thumb and the left hand, they act as anchors, you know? That's what keeps the ball nice and secure. So key things you wanna think about when you're bowling two-handed, more or less the same as 2 fingers and no thumb. Just make sure you keep your hand nice and under the ball. You're gonna create rev rate seamlessly. And again, it's all about ball speed and axis rotation for how much you want the ball to hook. So here we are. Only difference is we have our left hand on the ball. Now we're gonna throw one. Maximum hook. Method number 4, this is gonna be the hardest one to master per se. It's gonna be the traditional thumb in, free swing style. Now this is what I do. This is my go-to. This is what I've been nurturing for the last 20+ years. There's a lot of different ways to go about this one, but it all kind of points towards the same thing. You want to try to get your hand as underneath the bowling ball as possible. But again, if you want to create shape, hook, it's all about speed and axis rotation. So we're going to show you how much we can hook a bowling ball with a thumb in. again, the biggest thing that I have to stress when you're using your thumb, you want the thumb to come out first and then the fingers. Your fingers should be the last 2 digits leaving the bowling ball. Whether it's 2 fingers, no thumb, 2-handed, or free swing, thumb in, you want that thumb to come out. It's gonna be fingers at the end. All right, so ideally, we have our hand nice and up the back. It's all the same, really. The release is more or less the same, just different methods to get there. You wanna keep your hand nice and under it, get your fingers underneath the ball. That's how we create power. And then again, thumb out first, and then fingers. Easy as that. Actually, it's not easy at all. This is where your hand should be ideally at the bottom of the swing. I know this is a little over exaggerated, but as far underneath it as you can. So creating a lot of hook, a lot of motion. Again, you saw how slow that went, and that probably could have hooked on another 3 lanes and still went in the gutter. Ball speed, axis rotation. Rev rate is kind of that kicker. As a bonus tip, the ball that you're using makes a big difference. As you can tell, I threw a house ball and my own bowling ball in this video, and there was a big difference. If you want to learn about why my bowling ball hooks more, along with the ins and outs of bowling, go to howtobowl.com and sign up for the course.